لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، ما لنا رب سوى. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا ونبينا محمد بن عبد الله الصادق الأمين. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله سيد الأنبياء وخاتم المرسلين، أدى الأمانة وبلغ الرسالة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. صدق الله العظيم. Respected brothers and sisters, respected viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and ahlan wa sahlan, and welcome to our program. And we ask Allah Rabbul Izzat, may Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala grant all our beloved marhumin Jannatul Firdaus. Allahumma aghfir lahum warhamhum wa sakkinhum fil Jannah. And we ask Allah Rabbul Izzat Tabarak wa Ta'ala, may Allah grant shifa to all our mothers and our sisters and our brothers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for our Muslim ummah, inshallah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, we welcome you to Madrasatul Nabi عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. If you are anyone who wants to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so you must do a good deeds, a correct deeds, and must not associate in his ibadah with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anyone. So you must mind your salah, mind your ibadah. The way you send it to Allah must be absolutely kitab and sunnah. وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ. I don't want to talk about shirk of another type of shirk. I'm just talking about one type of shirk. It's called shirkul ibadat. So that is the first thing. Don't die mushrik, because this is called kufrul qimma. You're offending Allah. You're starting Allah himself, not the creation of Allah. The other group of that one here, I forgot to tell you, killing the innocent soul, taking the innocent soul. Don't die qatil. قاتل النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق. The nafs which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected, innocent soul, don't get involved. Don't be a killer without a permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we talk about killing, soul of the animal, soul of the bird, so mistake is mistake, but when we talk about taking out the ruh of the living being, the other type of, because really the qatil, especially those who kill himself and kill the other. The other one here, it's called malul yatim, those who eating up the property, the wealth of the orphan. Look at this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about shirk, spoke about killing, murdering, and now talking about wealth of the yatim, shaking the arsh of Allah, because the yatim is the orphan, under the care of Allah and under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah took his parents, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala look after him, and he will revenge, and he will look after that person even on the punishment. The other group of this, it's called sihr, that type of sihr. Sihr, it means getting involved. You are making sihr for the other. We got three types of people involved in sihr. The professional man, that person there, the one who's dealing with jinnat. The man who was asking him, the person was asking him to do it against someone, and those who went for recovery, those who went for cure. So you find the three people on that house of that person, or that office of that person. The person himself, you people call him doctor, or spiritual doctor, whatever, spiritual healer, whatever they call him. And you find one person there in the queue, he came to harm someone, and in the same queue, you find a person came to seek help and recovery and cure and healing. So you find three. Do not die one of these three. Sahir, Sahara, and Mashurullah, the one who went to seek help. Man ata arrafan fasaddaqahu. He didn't even take the medicine yet. Whosoever visited a fortune teller, future teller, Sahir, Arraf, it's like the one who knows, which they don't know actually. Fasaddaqahu, and believe in it. Unfortunately, this type of people, they believe. They read the newspaper and find out. They go and sit. فَقَدْ كَفَرَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ عَلَى مُحَمَّدٍ. It is a major sin. You deny what is revealed upon Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, مَلْعُونٌ مَنْ سَحَرَ أَوْ سُحِرَ لَهُ. Curse upon the one who deal with that sihr, or those who seeking sihr for themselves. You know mal'oon, curse from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other thing, it's called riba, interest. Those who eating interest. So many people, they eat interest, riba, but they don't realize. That is a major sin, one from the 7 mubiqat. The other thing also it's called the tawalli yawm al-zahf, which this one would make us very scared. Fleeing, escaping from jihad. When we talk about jihad, especially on the public media, or on radio, or on the masajid, they say, what do you mean, the jihad? Jihadun nafs, or that jihad here? And which is jihad here? They say, don't talk about jihad, they're going to arrest you. So they call it al-faridatul ghaiba. Our concept of jihad, it's called self-defense. Self-defense, not to attack, self-defense. What is happening in Gaza, what is happening in many places, you find the Muslim, they never start. Man mata duna. Now these people, whosoever die defending his right, is shaheed. So now these people, they want to turn this word jihad to a very lovely word. It's called jihadun nafs. He said, no, you think the word in Quran came as a jihad. It's called jihadun nafs. Well, jihadun nafs is one of the type of jihad, to strive on yourself and to purify yourself. But what about if you've been attacked, which all the law, secular law, the United Nations law, they say self-defense, it's allowed. You're sitting at home and someone attack you, what should you do? You become coward, or you stand to defend your family, defend your property, and you die, and that's called jihad. The enemy of Islam, now they squeeze it and say, no, jihad, it means you go and attack somewhere. You say, no. Jihad is self-defense, which is legal according the human law, according the Sharia, and you find the Anbiya, they were involved on something it's called protecting deen, protecting the property, protecting the family, and it is a must upon us. Now, when you take this word jihad and you squeeze it to something that's called spiritual jihad, you just close your eyes and purify your heart. That one here, there's nothing to do with that word. At-tawalli yawm az-zahf. When you flee from the responsibility. People attack your house, attack your children, and the father of the family or the father of the house, he ran away from the back door. You think that the family will like him, or he doesn't want to face his challenge. Why we call the man is a man? To face his challenge. Now the enemy of Islam, they take that word, is called jihad, and they squeeze it and make it jihadul nafs. And now if you talk about it, you are a terrorist. If you leave it, you are a coward. So how can we put that word? We call it jihad on the right place, on the right time, and for the legal, shari'i reason, which it's a long story, inshallah we'll talk about it. So that is called tawalli yawm az-zahf. Another one is also equal to that major sin, which is number 7. It's called qadhful muhsanatul mu'minatul ghafilat. What is that one? When you're uttering innocent Muslim women with zina. You see your next door walking with a man and say, yeah, she got affairs with this man. Ghafilat, she didn't hear you, and she's a protected one, the chaste woman, purified woman, salih woman, and you accuse her with a terrible sin. Why we call it al-muhsanat? Because muhsanat, it means a married woman. When we talk about married women, it's worse than a single woman, because this lady, she's a wife of someone, she's a mother of someone, she's a sister of someone, and she's a daughter of someone. So it's so many people involved. That's why I say this woman, when she commits zina, we lash her, because she's going to affect so many people, more than the one who's married. So that is the 7, it's called 7 major sin. Don't come closer to it. اجتنبوا السبع الموبقات. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from any mubiqat, from any major sin in dunya, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save all of us, inshallah. Short break again, we'll continue after that.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, brothers and sisters in Islam. We'd like to thank all our viewers for the emails and SMS. Shukran jazilan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to practice what we are preaching, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease the way of the Muslim to practice the deen of Allah and the Shariat of Allah and the Sunnah of our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I know today is a very complicated topic, and believe me, it's just touch all the issue of the Muslim, and also it concerns every Muslim, because we have to make a decision today. Is that true or not? We have to reach an agreement according to Kitab and Sunnah. As I said, many people, they talk about this, jinnat and all that, to use the need of the people, as they call it. We try to justify our action by putting the problem on someone else. The child, when he became a failure at school, he says jinnat. the wife or the daughter when became a failure to be a wife or a good daughter, they call it Jinn. People, when they can't achieve their goals in this dunya, they say they got the Jinnat. So when we became a failure, and this magician and this fortune teller, they know that we are failure, and now they are trying to take advantage on us, and they use that need of the human being. Because the person went to the hospital looking for medication, doesn't want to make sabr, and he said, I tried, but I never come right. So let me try the unseen power or something like that. Because really, when we talk about Jinn, we don't have a proof. That's why it's very interesting. Everyone can put his nose and get involved in that, because we don't have a solid proof to deny or to accept. So that magician or that type of people who are doing that fortune teller and all that, they are very clever. Now, some of the students of Imam al-Shafi'i, the Shafi'i madhab, they emphasized and they made it very clear that impossible that jinn can possess in the body of human being. Some of the Shafi'i people, the scholars, they say that is deception. Shaitan come from outside and deceive you, and they call it sihr al-takhyil. Why? They said impossible to change dust to become gold. Or that magician on a stage, he can show us that he cut women to two half. He can show us to see. But the reality, he can't take the other half and go home and give me the other half. He will show you how to make a house, nice building on a stage, just for display. But people cannot go and live on that house. So it's a big difference between to see things and to live and experience that things. When you meet them and ask them, why are you doing that? He said, we're helping people. We bring luck to people. We use that superpower. I said, okay, are you Muslim? He said, yes, we do that by the power of Allah. Okay. Can you teach me that? He said, no, it's my secret. See now, but that is katmul ilm. That is suppressing the knowledge, which is not Islamic. No, that is my secret. See, Muslim must love his Muslim. Why you got the answer and solution and you leave me struggle like that? And why you take money from my pocket to solve my problem? And Muslim must support the Muslim voluntarily like this. Okay, do you have the superpower with you? Why you don't send that jinn to solve the problem and support our Muslim brothers in Gaza, for example, or in our brothers and sisters in Myanmar and all that, right? Did any of the Sahaba experience that before, like the way you do it? Have you ever heard that someone, his name is Amil or fortune teller or something that to take out the jinnat from the people like this? Right. By which means he took out the jinnat, and why he didn't teach us to take the jinnat? Why he keep it as a secret or as a mystery? That is the main question. Quran al-Karim spoke about that. It's called fitna. إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ فِتْنَةٌ فَلَا تَكْفُرْ. Indeed, it is a fitna, trial, temptation for the one who doing it, and the one who seeking it, and the one who believe on it. It's fitna. Same like sickness, like disease and all that. So some of the students of Imam al-Shafi'i said, they quote a ayah in Surah Taha to talk about the snake of the magician of Fir'aun with Nabi Musa alayhi salam. He said, تُخَيَّلُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ سِحْرِهِمْ أَنَّهَا تَسْعَى. It shows, display in front of them that ropes or that sticks is a snake and it's moving. But is not a snake, is not a reality, it's just deception, imagination in the mind of those who watch. And I want to tell you one thing. Why the 70 of these magicians, all of them, they were very professional in front of the people of Fir'aun, and they used to come closer to Fir'aun, and Fir'aun believes on them that these people, they don't have the deception, deception magic. They believe it's reality. Fir'aun and his people. Right. But when Nabi Musa alayhi salam, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, threw his stick and became a real snake, which the snake start to eat the other snakes, the magician snakes, the 70 of the magician became Muslim in the same time, and they lost their life because of that belief. You know why? Because this magician, they know the password, they know the secret code, and they say, you know that guy there, Musa alayhi salam, the one who done that sihr, is using totally different style. And we know all about the sihr, the deception one, the takhyil one, how to bluff these people, how to steal the show. And that's why we find the magician always running on a dark stage, or using so many tricks, taking attention of the people away. Women run this side, fire that side till he do his job. That's why the magician of Nabi Musa alayhi salam, they say, you know, this man is not a magician. You know why? Because we know the tactic. We know how to do it. The way he done it, definitely it's reality. So the snake of Prophet Musa alayhi salam was not a deception, it was a reality. That's why the 70 magicians of Pharaoh accepted the deen of Musa alayhi salam, and they said, no, that is a reality, and they became 70 shaheed after they were 70 kafir, because of the truth and reality. That's why we think that the opinion of the students of Imam Shafi'i, or the scholars of Shafi'i, they said impossible to make it a real one. It's called deception, or that type of imagination. Many of the ulama, they said, no, but it's day. I said, yeah, but who's going to prove that what we are seeing now is a real one, or is a deception? Because anyone who got shaitan, right? They say no. Some ulama said no. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ, from those who are plowing on the knots. And Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did say, seek protection from shaitan. He said, you see, shaitan now. You don't talk about jinnat. Say, no. أَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنَ الْخُبِثِ وَالْخَبَائِثِ. I seek protection from the filth, which is a male jinn. وَالْخَبَائِثِ is a female jinn when you enter the toilet. So do you find some ulama say there is there, but who's going to prove to us? We believe that jinnat is there, but who's going to prove to us that this person here, the one who fight with his wife, it's because of jinnat? Right. Who's fighting with his wife? Him or the jinnat? Right. If that person now went to kill someone, who killed that person? That man or the jinn which is inside? This is very difficult issue and very serious issue, because now we are, if you believe so, that we are under the group of Muslims which they went out of Deenul Islam, they pull out, they call them Jabriya. You know what is Jabriya? Those who said we have no decision, everything happened to us from God, so we are just doing what God planned against us. So you see now, so if that person, if we say like that, so we're going to get all our excuse. So we have to open the prison and say, you know what, these people commit that type of crime because they were out of their memory, out of their decision, because they had jinnat inside, and now everyone will get some excuse and some justification, all of that. Sisters in Islam, brother in Islam, we are fully responsible of what we are doing. It's nothing to do with jinnat, it's us. Because as we always say, yes, we got a real sihr, real jinnat, but who's going to decide? And what about real sihr, real black magic, as you said? How are we going to solve it, and who's responsible of it? Otherwise, you see that man who fight with his wife is not him, is a jinnat. The other thing also, majority of the magician or that sahir or that fortune teller are liar. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam made it very clear. كذب المنجمون ولو صدقوا. They lie even if they speak the truth. Even if you heard the truth from them, you are not allowed to believe them, because sometimes it's come by the luck or whatever they. Why are we talking about that today? Because many people, they say, what should we do? Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam being affected by jinn, he said, no, your Nabi did not possess the jinn. Shaitan. Everyone got shaitan. You got shaitan, me I got shaitan. Say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. So Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam got waswasa. That waswasa, he think that he's doing something and he never done it. It was just like you said, I thought I have wudu, and that one is not from jinn in his body. It was what? It was idea, a thought. So the shaitan done it from outside. The meaning of waswasa is the sawtul dhahab, is the sound of the gold, when the women shaking the gold like this. So take your attention away. What you're thinking on salah, it's waswasa. If you repeat your wudu, is waswasa. But it doesn't mean that you have jinn, and then you must go to a doctor and you must make isti'adha. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to think that he make wudu or not, or he slept with his wife or not, and he went to confirm it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove it. He did not do anything till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They call it sihrul takhil. But did Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went out and harmed people and all that? No. The other thing, when we talk about the link, the interaction between jinn and insan, tell me, brother and sister Islam, which ayah in Quran ask me and you to go and dig down and find where are the jinnat. All right. Give me one incident that Muslim like you and I must go and give da'wah to jinnat and call them to the class to join us like that. There is no link between men and women, because the problem of jinnat is that Allah give the jinnat ability to reform itself. But under one condition, the law of the forms must run on it. Let's say the jinnat made itself mosquito. You just came and you hit the mosquito like this. You are not killing the mosquito, you are killing the jinnat. So, inna kayda ash-shaytani kana da'ifa. That's why we said, okay, jinnat, you can reform yourself on certain creation, but you are this creation. If you hold the jinnat physically, now you are not holding the jinnat, you're holding that person there. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about that. Inna kayda ash-shaytani kana da'ifa. Indeed, the plot of shaitan is very weak. Again, short break, we'll continue after that.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله.
Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome back to our program. I'd like to thank all our friends for the SMS and emails, and shukran jazilan. We make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from shayateen ins, the shaitan of human being, before the shaitan of jinn, inshallah. I see our time is running very fast, and I want to remind you that we believe in jinnat, but we don't scared of jinnat. We don't think and don't have a belief that jinnat can change the taqdeer of Allah. And Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam, he got authority on jinnat because it's his miracle. It's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam made dua, Rabbi ighfirli wa habli mulkan la yanbaghi li ahad min ba'di. Oh Allah, forgive me. Slave of Allah, ask forgiveness, and grant me a kingdom, authority, power, shouldn't go to anyone after me. So anyone who claims that he controls jinnat and he can use jinnat against someone or for the sake of someone, that is against the taqdeer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he is a liar. Because Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam said, Ya Allah, I don't want anyone else to control that one, because he knows that is fitna. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam one day was in a masjid reading salah, and then shaitan, listen, shaitan, not jinnat, shaitan, which we call jinnat, but Quran name it as a shaitan. Shaitan come and then try to corrupt the salat of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. فَأَعَانَنِ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ability, and he captured the shaitan. And he tied him in the pole of the masjid, on that pillar of the masjid, and he said, I'm going to keep you here till the day of morning, and then I will let the children play with you. Now the question is, did Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tie the fire? Because shaitan, Allah created the shaitan from fire. No, he tied one man like me and you like this, physically like this. As I told you before the break, you just kill the mosquito, you kill the jinn. So that's why we said, don't get excited and say, I saw jinnat flying fire. Say, you're lying. Because you can't touch fire. Come in the form of anything else. Right. And Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam remembered this dua, the dua of Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam, Rabbi ighfirli wa habli mulka la. He said, I remember the dua of my brother Sulaiman, and I left it there. So we got ayat, so many ayat there, talking about the ayat. وَأَنَّهُ كَانَ رِجَالٌ مِّنَ الْإِنسِ يَعُوذُونَ بِرِجَالٍ مِّنَ الْجِنِّ. Some of the human being seeking help from jinn, right? فَزَادُوهُمْ رَهَقًا. Two of them are tired. Two of them are involved in the haram. Jinn become mutakabbir, become tyrant, dictator, and insan, these people become a slave of jinnat. I want to tell my sisters and all our brothers, remember the first time you went for jinnat, for that man, to seek help, and it was not the last time. Many people, when they start to solve their problem with one, Allah opened for them so many problems and become a permanent client for these people. They don't do one, twice, especially women. Not only that, and he himself become a caller for the other to join. So it's not only him, but the lady said, no, come, I take you to one uncle, come, I take you to one sheikh, he knows, and she become a voice of jinnat. فَزَادُوهُمْ رَهَقًا, become a slave of that. When we talk about rahaqa, we talk about the ayah, يَا مَعْشَرَ الْجِنِّ قَدْ اسْتَكْثَرْتُم مِّنَ الْإِنسِ. Oh, the people of jinn, you already seeking interaction with a human being. That's why he said they do so many things. Haram. That is say, no, I commit zina so that I can take out the jinn. I must drink the blood. I must abuse the Quran. You must make kufr. So anyone who's done with the haram, وَشَهِدُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ أَنَّهُمْ كَانُوا كَافِرِينَ. The jinn itself tell that person who dealing with the jinn, we are kuffar. إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ فِتْنَةٌ فَلَا تَكْفُرْ. We are problem. Don't become a kafir. Don't disbelieve on Allah. So they brought the hujjah, the proof and evidence against him before he get involved. And look at this, فَزَادُوهُمْ رَهَقًا. فَزَادُوهُمْ رَهَقًا means they will never come right. Let's say come right psychologically a little bit and get involved on that. Brothers and sisters in Islam, we as a Muslimin believe in jinnat, but we know what is jinnat and how to deal with the jinnat. Now, shifa, what we're going to do now. Number one, we must believe in taqdeer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can we solve that problem? Right? And I think our shaitan is the biggest jinn that we have in our life. They corrupt us. You know how many shaitan in our life? Shaitan al-insi. Make sabr. Don't talk about that. Just leave it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, if I possess jinnat, you know that is not me. If the jinnat or the shaitan comes to trouble me, I will seek protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Isti'adha billah. A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan al-rajim. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam taught us, فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. The other thing, dhikrullah. Dhikrullah, remembers of Allah. Make a lot of dhikr. When you make a dhikrullah, the shaitan will run away and the evil human being will run away. You know, people, some shaitan of human being, when they see us like this, they run away. You see, he's a sheikh, this one. This is a salih. No, it's not my style. The other thing, when we have the protection means wudu, because wudu, it solves our problem mentally and physically. 7 dates from Medina, Zamzam, black seeds, dua. Ask the people to make dua. Sayyida Maryam alayhi salam, the Imra'atu Imran, the mother of Maryam alayhi salam said, Oh Allah, أعيذها وذريتها من الشيطان الرجيم. Oh Allah, I seek protection in you from shaitan to my daughter and her offspring. So why we give adhan before when the person day? Eating honey, right? Ayatul Kursi, the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Rahman, and Surah Ghafir, and dua, sleeping on wudu, and do not believe on it. Try to take it out from your mind. Take out sadaqah. Why? Because Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was his protection. Just dawo mardakum bis sadaqah. Because many people, they get involved with that. He said, Aisha, Hadith Aisha radiallahu anha, just want to answer to my friend, Hadith Aisha radiallahu anha, one Yahudi made sihr against Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So his name is Lubayd bin al-A'sam. He did which Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, but ala mishtin wa mushata, on the hair and the combing hair. And he threw it in the well of Zurwal. That's what happened here. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Faqad afani Allah wa shafani." Allah did purify me, give me cure and heal me. Not only that was not sickness like mine and yours. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to prove that, oh Yahud, oh Nasara, oh the idol worshipper, you try to harm Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I did save him. You did try to kill him. I saved him. You use even Jinn to harm him, I saved him. So it's too late for you. Don't try. You can't. Why? Because it's called ibadak al-mukhlasin, the selected one. And Shaitan said, illa ibadak minhum al-mukhlasin, except your selected one. Now, if you are a sinner, you will be attacked by jinnat, by your own wife, your own family, and you will be attacked by your own self. That's why we say to the brother, have ma'iyyatullah, the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have a problem, run to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not run to the sahir, because you gain the la'nat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and no creation of Allah can have a decision beside the decision. وَمَا هُمْ بِضَارِّينَ بِهِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ. They will never harm you without the permission of Allah. Because there is a big difference between someone knows magic or knows sihr or that witchcraft, and someone can affect you. That is total. Someone got the gun, knows how to shoot, and to guarantee the bullet and shooting is something else. They caught Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. They throw him right inside the fire. Okay, that is their way. But to control the fire and to make a decision, it was in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Believe me, brother and sister in Islam, they shoot us, but the effect of the bullet is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, we do believe that there is jinnat, but we don't have fear of jinnat more than the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect me and you and all the ummah from the jinnat of human being, because jinnat of human being, it's very tough. But that shaitan, we can make wudu and run away. But we have a friends in our life, it's impossible to get rid of them till we fight. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from shayateen al-insan and shayateen al-jinn. ربنا إننا سمعنا منادي ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. شكرا جزيلا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
ربنا رب القلوب وهو علام الغيوب في الشروق وفي الغروب نوره يهدي العصا. ربنا رب القلوب وهو علام الغيوب في الشروق وفي الغروب نوره يهدي العصا. ربنا الهادي الودود فضله